I don't know if it was. Was he right? Was he wrong? I don't know. We'll find out. Generic Control into that goes me. We're back with another Game Theory FNAF video. Today we're doing FNAF Afton's Last Stand Security Breach DLC, which I believe is Ruin, which just came out recently at the end of July. I'm recording this on August 1st at 1:04 in the morning. I'm actually going out of town when this video is going live, so I'm having to make a whole bunch of videos ahead of time because this is a one-man show. I do this all myself. But if you want to check my reaction to the last video, which was the final security breach mystery solved, I'll leave it right up there. Also going to be linked down below in the description. Also to play on my channel with all my other Game Theory FNAF reactions going in chronological order. I believe it's actually scary because I think I saw a video that Moist Critical said that Ruin is scary. I haven't watched that video. I have no idea what Ruin looks like, but we're gonna see how accurate it is based on Matt's projections, which this video is like a year old. So let's see how accurate he can be from an entire year. See if he can guess the future by an entire year. Shout out to the patrons because they get videos day early and allow me to have a paywall on the channel. I'm completely against paywalls, so I'm here to make you smile, not make you pay. So $3 a month is all it takes to get all my videos for the entire month a day early and support the channel way more than you think it does. But let's go ahead and jump into Afton's Last Stand. All right. Oh, there's a shark.
It's over.
The books are over now.
The thing that's been
DLC
for over 2 years is finally dead and buried. The Fazbear Frights book series, 12 books, 36 stories.
That's insane.
2,912
Does he hate the books?
pages. Yeah, you bet I counted each and every page of that thing. No more.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure you
my
can just
nights
look
reading
at page count.
page after page after page of tepid, warmed over horror.
Does
for
he
the
not like
tightest
reading?
scrap of lore. No more.
I mean, he
Or
went
the
to
course
Duke
trying
and
to convince you
graduated.
that
I'm
the
sure
books
he
are important tools for solving the games, actually, guys. And no
Bro
more
went to
will I
Duke.
have to write the words "Fastgoo WTF" into my notes. I get
Fair.
to go back to being a gaming channel again, unless, of course, I want to read these 7 Hello Neighbor books. Yeah, right. So
Oh,
yes, all
doesn't
I
he
do
have
now
beef
is
with
wait
Hello
for
Neighbor?
Security Breach DLC to roll out, and
That's just happened. Oh,
no,
more
no,
books.
No.
I wonder what makes more money, the books or the games?
Hello, Internet.
Probably the
Welcome
games.
to Game
Well,
Theory,
definitely
the
the
show
games,
that's basically
actually.
book theory in disguise, because
the people that are interested in the series probably don't.
Oh, it physically hurts me to say that, but Tales from the Pizzaplex is a thing that apparently
And it's
exists.
definitely
The first
connected.
book came out a month ago, and there are now 3 more due before
Books?
the end of the year.
Oh.
How?
Oh,
How
I
is
thought
it
there was
possible
4
to
books in a
write so many
month.
books? Scott, my dude, I appreciate the
Talk to
hustle,
George
but
R. R.
maybe
Martin.
just spend a little less time on your literature empire and a little more time making a game with a cohesive narrative. Who am I kidding? He just used the time to release more Funko Pops. You know, all
Nice.
those essential characters to the
I don't think I have a
franchise,
Five Nights at
like
Freddy Funko Pop.
Radioactive Glow Foxy. I just can't.
Makes money.
Regardless
Somebody bought it.
of my feelings about the books, one thing I will say is that they've led to some of our most important theories to date.
Oh, yeah.
So, despite my better judgment,
We wouldn't be
I
where
read
we
the
are
new
today
one,
without
so
the
you
books.
guys at home don't have to. And I gotta say, I was surprised. This thing is a roller coaster ride. In this singular book, you have one emotional gut punch of a story that's probably the best in the entire FNAF series, one incredibly gruesome story where people are physically being ripped apart by Glamrock Bonnie, and
nice.
one where the entire world dies of cancer because a girl wanted to play FNAF AR. That last one,
That's
by
fine.
the way, is barely an exaggeration of the actual story. A girl
Someone's
goes
playing
to the Pizzaplex and hops into an augmented reality
Plague
machine, which
Inc.
causes everyone else in the entire world to develop cancer and also give birth to translucent goo babies that eventually swallow the girl whole. This is a product that really exists in the FNAF canon. It's likely that what's really happening
does that
in this story
exist?
is that she's trapped in the AR machine and all of this is happening inside the prison of her own mind. But let me
all
just say
of her
that
fears?
the story leaves it very vague. Anyway, I just saved you 80 pages of reading
Nice.
stories about kids dying
Well,
of
I don't know how to
cancer.
read,
You're
so we're
welcome.
good.
So in the aftermath of all of this, I've rummaged
Yeah,
back
that's
through the
something.
old box of theories to come up with 3 mini theories for you to chew on. 2 that clarify major points from Security Breach, and 1 that gives us an idea of where the game's DLC is going to take us next. To
Which
get there,
Ruin just
we're
came
gonna
out.
be
We're gonna
covering
see how
lore.
accurate
So
he
much
is,
lore.
like,
Game lore,
a
book
year
lore,
in the
real
past.
lore, Ballora, more lore
10 months
than
ago.
your
Okay,
brain
10
has
months.
room for. So get ready there, Laura Croft. Today we've got ourselves 3 theories at
I've
Freddy's.
played through
Let's
those
motivate
games.
This
There's
episode with
videos on my
controlled
channel,
shock.
or the gaming
Theory
channel, I'm not
number
sure.
1, Security Breach's animatronics aren't possessed, except for Freddy. Maybe
Wait,
some
what?
people already thought of this, maybe have never really questioned
Then-
it, but if I'm right, this would be a huge deal because it would be the first time in the series that the main animatronics don't have spirits inside of them. This was something
Which
that really
could
stuck
make
with me
sense.
after our last episode on The Blob, and I figured
The
we should
Blob?
probably discuss it here, so let me take you through my thinking. First, consider this. Who would be possessing these animatronics
That
at this
makes
point in the
sense.
series? Security Breach takes place after the FNAF 6 fight.
Maybe
fire
they're
gun,
the
as we
final
spoke about
product.
last time, worked as Henry intended. As a quick reminder, Henry set the fire to purge all all the remaining spirits out of Molten Freddy and Scrap Baby. And he was successful in his project. They're gone now. That's why the puppet mask inside the blob has
Does
no
no
more
tears,
and
yeah.
why Baby's eyes are all
Last
extinguished.
week's video hasn't
What
gone live yet.
didn't account for, though, was agony. The way I see it, the blob is a collection of agony that lingers on inside the older models of suits and endoskeletons. The rage that remains even after the spirits pass on. So if I'm truly right about that, all those past victims have been laid to rest. They're gone. They're removed from the franchise, off the lore table. So if not them, then what spirits would be inside the rock stars? Well, the only other option are the 9 missing kids that we see in the newspaper article during the game's bad ending. And
the bad ending?
That's just too many. We only get 6 new animatronics in this game. Freddy,
so who would the other
Chica,
3 be?
Roxy, daycare attendant, and
Oh my god, really? I don't think Music Man's a
too
child.
long. Specifically did this episode just so I had an excuse to do that. I suppose you could say that there were 7 if you count the 2 sides of the daycare attendant, but still, that is 2
attendant, that's
spirits
terrifying.
short. But you don't have to take my word for it. The game outright tells us this itself. About a month ago,
Wait,
Reddit
what?
user Seriously Unserious posted a big
course,
research
Reddit.
doc breaking down the opening cutscene of the game from the perspective of a computer expert. This was research that they were doing for a video on the Rye Toast channel, which, shout out to a fellow FNAF theorist,
18,000.
love your cat, by the way. If you've never heard of Rye Toast, go check him out. I mean, when you got thumbnails like this,
350,000 views?
A great creator with some really smart stuff to say. Anyway, in his Reddit post,
hopefully
Seriously
they're
Unserious
doing
looks
even
at the
better
glitch
now.
trap virus for exactly what it is, a computer
Rye
virus,
Toast.
going into the specific details of how
168,000 subscribers. Good for them.
Glamrock Freddy. You see, computer viruses don't live independently within a system.
Oh god, looks
They
like the
have to
thing
be
from the
attached to something, usually a file or a program. And when said program runs,
Was it
that
Jimmy
triggers
Neutron?
the virus and allows it to run. And believe it or not, but we actually watched this process happen at the very beginning of Security Breach. Notice how when we're looking through Glamrock Freddy's HUD, we get a glimpse that he's in show mode. There's an integrity bar and we get a line that says test run. Also, you'll notice the command line interface here where the primary folder
System
is
32.
System 32, which has always been associated with the 32-bit version of Windows.
It's very
In other
important.
words, Freddy and the other animatronics are PC master race, baby!
Oh my
As we all
god.
know, very shortly into Freddy's performance, he stops dancing and begins to glitch out when he gets triggered by a child that's out in the audience. That's
Triggered
what
by a
we've covered in the
child?
past. But one thing that we've
Sounds
never
about right.
done is look through these 5 seconds at a quarter speed. to
No, I
actually
wouldn't have
watch
thought
the
to do
cascade
that.
of events playing out that ultimately result in Freddy's crash. Inside the System 32 folder, Freddy runs a program named Git568. We also
What
see
is
this happen in the
568?
code
Is that
when
code
the
for
command
something?
line Heat869 pops up. Heat vision or thermal vision. So it would seem like the Git program is telling Freddy to scan the audience and look for a kid to potentially grab.
A child.
Eventually, there's a second command line which loads in some other programs and runs tests. All of these tests come back with a negative result, except for the last one, which receives a Y. Yes, and that's when the program starts to crash. At the same time, Freddy supposedly finds Gregory in the crowd. This then prompts Freddy's program to define rule X. Looks
What is
like
that
the code
rule?
is searching for what it's supposed to do in a situation like this. We don't know
It's
what
thinking.
that rule is, but we do know that the next step is to return warning 79, which is when we see the word warning pop up in the HUD. Freddy then goes into overdrive and the whole thing aborts. It tries to init task, initialize a new task, but this is met with a void response, meaning that it's not getting a response
That's
from
RAM.
Freddy's RAM. The next line then tells us
wham.
overload, which shows the virus trying to reallocate resources in Freddy's memory, but there's an insufficient amount, which causes SW.failure and Freddy crashing to the ground. After that, he's booted up into safe mode, which is a way to boot up a system that uses only the bare essential program.
Yeah.
Get it? Bare.
Oh my god, no, that's not.
The glitch trap isn't a problem for Freddy
say
throughout
it's
the rest of the
root.
game, which tells us that the glitch trap virus is actually housed as a part of show mode. It's a non-essential program. This is why Freddy's in the clear for the remainder of the game, but the
that
other
makes sense.
animatronics are suddenly in Kill Gregory mode because once the
Because
show's
they
done,
didn't get
glitch
the-
trap
yep.
activates. It's funny, but in a poetic twist, the glitch trap virus caused Freddy to glitch, crashed him out of show mode, which in turn rendered glitch trap unable to corrupt his system. It's only after the corrupted parts of the other animatronics are added to Freddy that we finally see glitch trap able to get a stronger hold over his system. But let's go back to that allocation
what happens to
overload that
Glamrock
prompted
Freddy?
Freddy's crash in the first place.
Does he become
Normally,
bad?
this is caused by a lack of CPU or RAM,
Oh,
but
no.
why would it crash inside of Freddy and not any of the other animatronics? What else could be taking up
No
the
idea.
valuable disk space inside of Freddy? Well, how about the soul of Michael Afton? Why else would Freddy suddenly
Take up
not have
20% of
enough
the
resources
CPU?
when all the other animatronics work fine? It's because
possess
he has
souls.
something inside of him that they don't. The spirit of someone else.
An
A
Afton?
spirit that starts to show activity once he sees Gregory out in the audience. And while we're
A
on the
child.
subject of dead kids, theory number 2, Gregory. Everyone's favorite robot kid was built using old parts.
We still don't know about this.
I know the whole Gregory is a robot theory is already a bit controversial, but like it or not,
I don't
robot kids
know.
have been an accepted thing inside this universe since
Yeah.
Charlie had 4 versions of herself behind
different
closet
ages.
doors in the initial novel trilogy. And where there's a robot kid, there also tends to be a box that they can pop out.
I'm not saying
Case in
it's
point, Charlie.
not true.
And you
I'm
know
just
what, but
not
the new
dismissing
Tales
that
from
as a
the Pizza Plex
possibility.
book doubles down on both robot kids and boxes with not just one story, but 2. In the second story, Lally's game, Selena's about to marry the love of her life, Cade. They move into a new house, and while unpacking, Selena sees an old trunk that belongs to Cade. A box that Cade insists is full of memorabilia.
Memorabilia of what?
It's not memorabilia
You should
at
definitely
all, but
showcase
rather
that.
yet another robot kid, Lally. Yeah, Lally
In the
is
box.
the robot child that's on the cover of this book, but that visual is actually misleading. Lally does have the childish facial features and is around 3 to 4 feet tall, but he isn't purple. Rather, he's meant to be white with black joints. Anyway, once again, we find ourselves
Well, I guess
with
he
a
looked
robot
better on the
child
cover
that's
like
locked
that.
away inside of a box. One that is specifically mentioned to be related to the Pizzaplex. But it's another story. Frailty, where
Bro
things get
found
real
a robot
interesting.
child
In
and
this
put it
one,
in a
we're given
box
yet another
and
robot
took it with
girl,
him?
Jessica. But Jessica's built a little bit differently. Around her neck, she wears a heart-shaped pendant that has healing properties. When she shaves off parts of that pendant, she's able to heal sick people around her. As
What?
the pendant gets smaller and smaller, rusty, oily metal junk begins to mysteriously appear around her until, once the pendant's gone, Jessica just becomes a pile of scrap. If that story sounds vaguely familiar to you, it should, because the exact same thing happened in the second ever Fazbear Fright story, To Be Beautiful. In that one, a girl named Sarah finds Eleanor.
Was that really the
Fright's
second
virgin
story?
baby in a junkyard. As thanks for rescuing her, Eleanor grants Sarah a wish. Sarah wishes, as the title of the story suggests, to be beautiful. Each morning, Sarah wakes up to have yet another part of her fixed. The only stipulation
But it
is
was
that
that
Sarah
should
keep
replace.
wearing a mysterious pendant. In the end, Sarah takes off the pendant and collapses into a pile of rusted old
Yeah.
garbage. She had been
It was like an
rebuilt
illusion
piece
disc.
by piece by Eleanor, looking and acting like a human, but held together by a pendant made of remnant. Until the pendant came off, the illusion was broken, and she turned back into trash.
Wow, that's
Jessica,
similar to Game of
this new book
Thrones.
appears to be yet
Until season
another
8 when that
victim
character
of
took off the
baby
necklace
scheme.
and
However, there's
didn't
more
get old.
frailty than just human-looking metal, because I don't think Jessica is just made out of any old junk. I think she's made out of very
Remnant.
special junk. At the very start
Special
of the story,
junk.
we get this line, quote, Jessica pushed the wet mop across the hospital floor, to and fro, to and fro. She remembered that
I don't know who
saying
says
from
that.
somewhere before.
Who
She just
says
didn't
that?
remember from where. Something from the past. Now, alone, this wouldn't amount to all that much, but this forgotten memory of pushing a mop to and fro is repeated 3 other times
Like a
throughout the
robot
story.
almost.
It's one of those weird details that goes completely
Breathing and
unexplained,
fine
has
dining.
no actual bearing on the plot, but feels important because it's repeated so many times and is so oddly specific. We do eventually learn that Jessica's aware of her current state as a heap of junk held together by a magic pendant, and that it's all tied to
would
a
you take
decision
off the
that she
pendant?
made
If
sometime
that
in
was
her
you, what
past
would you
when she was
do?
a normal kid with a normal life, but this specific memory about a mop, nothing. She has memories of her past, sure, but the compulsion to mop, yeah, she has no idea where it's coming from, which is why I suspect it's not
It's
her
from-
memory.
yeah, it's-
Instead, I think it's coming from the memory of these guys, the staff bots in Security Breach. We have a number of mopping staff bots throughout the facility, all programmed to move their mops to and fro,
But
to and fro,
where did the
just like
remnant
Jessica.
come
Now,
from?
We know that Jessica's made out of junk. I'm not suggesting that she's just a staff bot in disguise or something, but we also
Or maybe
know
the
that
necklace
there's a
is
lot
remnant.
of broken and discarded staff bots underneath the pizza
Which is
Plex, and the
terrifying.
Pizzaplex
Those things
is
look
mentioned in
terrifying.
the story Frailty. So what if Eleanor uses parts of these broken down staff bots as part of the junk to recreate Jessica, and the memory inside its metal has mixed with Jessica's own memories? Well, it would explain why she remembers the phrase, but not where it comes from. It would also explain a lot about Gregory's robotic origins. Now, that admittedly seems like a stretch, but stick with me. During our initial playthrough of Security Breach, I called out the strange presence of staff bots in 2 major secret rooms. First, staff
there
bots
a
are
staff
either
bots in
mangled
there?
or
Oh,
fully
yeah.
dismantled in the secret daycare room.
A lot of disassembled staff bots. I mean,
That's
this
fine.
one's been beat up. Kind of like torn apart.
This is a room
Claw
that we
marks.
theorized could probably be Gregory's hideout, considering that we see t-shirts hanging up alongside the walls, kind of like you would a closet, as well as the
Yeah.
pictures that label a
Why would
small
he
child
change
as
clothes,
me
though? Just-
also posted on the walls. You know, looking back on this room almost a year later, there's another picture in here, my fun day, with a big old
And
birthday
me?
cake and me labeled right next
My
to me. Just
birthday,
saying, the
I spent
connections
playing
between
Sister
this kid
Location.
and FNAF 4's failed
With my
birthday
girlfriend,
party keeps stacking
people were
up.
donating
Anyway,
like
lots
crazy
of
in the live
weird
stream.
beat-up
It was
staff
a
bots
great
exist in here
birthday.
in a way that they don't appear practically anywhere else in the game. The second place that we see beat up staff bots is in the most lore-heavy room in the game, the post-it room down in the sewers. At the
yeah,
time,
that's
I was
literally
focused on
just
the
like, we need a
messages on
place
the
to
post-its with
put
the one
those.
binary one that translates to "Why is I?" This is what led me down the path of Gregory being a robot.
All that says,
message
"Why is
was
I?"
his first step into consciousness. But post-its aren't the only thing that are in that room.
There's
there are
bots.
also hundreds
Yes.
of broken staff
With
bot
their
heads that are
lights
piled
on.
along the walls, not endoskeleton parts, specifically staff bots. At the time, I proposed that Gregory
Greg
might have
even
just
taken-
been
yeah.
experimenting with the parts. It was
He
just
might have
kind
been.
of a throwaway comment. But now, thanks to Jessica's connection to a mop bot, I feel like maybe the staff bots and Gregory might be more related
'cause
than I
remember the
initially
family
thought.
dinner?
He's asking, why is I? Because his actual memories as the crying child are only just beginning to come back, clashing against the programming of the staff bot who was never truly alive in the first place. And it's
I
why
don't
there are all
know.
these pieces of broken staff bots up in the daycare room. If he needs a repair, he can just use those parts because they're exactly
But how does he know how to
made
fix
from.
himself? What if it's a
Gregory has
critical
been pieced
error?
together with the parts of broken staff bots. All we need now to prove it is the heart-shaped pendant that lies underneath his striped shirt, which means it's time we talk about the other child we see in Security Breach. Theory number 3, the Security Breach DLC will be the official end of the Afton saga.
Is it? I don't know. It just came out.
Nope, not this time,
Nope,
my
not
friend.
coming back.
I feel real confident about this one. How do I
Good.
know? Well, it all comes back to color. Color has always
Color?
been hugely important to the franchise. Slightly confusing at times, but important.
I don't know
nonetheless.
why is that
So
one
rather than
orange?
looking at the poster for hidden eyes
That
up
one's
in the
still green.
corners or trying to figure out why Gregory might be on a computer monitor, I instead wanted to bring your attention to 2 specific color clues that have been given through this poster. First of all, the title. Take a look at that new logo we got. Security Breach Ruin. Security Breach, as you'd expect, is just the main game logo.
The same.
But Ruin is purple. Well, this franchise is known for its use of bright colors, especially in the neon pizzaplex. Purple is always reserved
guy.
for the Aftons. Obviously, both William and
Are we
Michael
ruining
are
the
purple.
Afton
The Princess
family?
Quest ending, both Vanessa and Gregory are purple. Burntrap's room is purple, and so are his eyes. Purple is Afton's color.
Fair.
And so, with a purple logo and a room filled with purple
And also,
lights, I have
purple's a
feeling
sign of
that what I
royalty,
predicted
like
at the end of
kings.
my last theory
He's
might
the
come
king
to
of this
pass.
place,
With
maybe.
Afton being absorbed by the blob, he's gonna take control of it, and it'll be up to us to put an end to him once and for all. But
Very
how?
possible.
We've used fire 3 times at this point.
It
It's never
didn't
once
work.
worked, so what else can we do? Well, we can use the girl on the poster. When I first looked at the poster, I knew that there was something fishy about her.
This is weird. Why'd you turn black and white? That's too suspicious. You don't color in one part of your asset and then leave the rest of it black and white.
First
Why?
of all, let's take a look at the only color that we have to work with here, the shoes. Those lights are pinky
Her-
red, the same as the pink top of Elizabeth Afton. A little girl
Oh,
who happens to be close to
and the
Gregory's
bow is
age.
red.
The girl on the
Okay.
poster also has pale hair, which would imply that it's blonde rather than brunette. There
Fair.
are definitely some level of physical similarities here. But Elizabeth, just like every other kid in this franchise, is dead. She got herself scooped by babies, so it can't possibly be her, right?
New
Or
character
can it?
alert.
I suspect that the black and white palette may be just more than hiding her identity, but also informing us to how she's gonna be here in the first place. In media, making something black and white usually implies that
What?
it's something from the past. Maybe
Yes.
before color television, or just remembering something, like Christopher Nolan's Memento. Elizabeth being in
Never
black
heard
and
of it.
white
I
while
saw
the rest of the
Oppenheimer,
image
though.
is fully in color suggests that she is, in some way, a memory from the past. Now, I theorized last time that
Oh,
to
so we're
beat
just
Afton and
looking
his
through
agony,
memories
you'd
now?
have to do what the Stitch Wraith did
Which
back
explains,
in
yeah.
Fazbear Frights. You'd have to
Stitch
go
Wraith
inside
is
his
so
mind,
cool.
find the good memories within the agony, and make the good memories stronger, essentially trapping the person within the happy memories to help the agony disappear. So if this
Oh,
is
yeah.
Elizabeth, well, then that's probably why she's in black and white. She's a construct of when she was alive in Afton's memories. In the end, we might not be exploring the real ruins of the Pizzaplex in the DLC, but rather the ruins of Afton's own mind. A jumbled mix of rage and sadness, pizzerias spread across time and space, a life that has fallen to ruin.
Yeah?
If I'm right, the DLC could be an exploration of every other key point
I
in
don't
the
know if it
timeline of
was.
these games, as we, the
Was he
memory
right?
of
Was he
Elizabeth,
wrong?
try to put our father to rest
don't know. We'll
once
find
and
out.
for all. And honestly, it makes sense for the narrative at this point. Afton was absorbed by the blob. The blob is the collection of anger from all of his past
I still don't know.
victims.
Was
For
it
the first
actually
time,
going
the
against
two
him?
are
I don't know.
truly interacting, fusing together. It's the narrative excuse to bring killer and killed together to explore the memories
Killer
of
and
those
killed
moments
together.
and finally give everyone peace. Or revenge. One of the two. So there you have it,
Not
Steel
both, though.
Wool. I wrote your ending for you. You forced Afton upon us in Security Breach when we all thought he was gone, so
He always
might
comes
as well
back.
do
You
him
knew
some
that.
justice and give him the ending he deserves. This is the end of Burntrap and the Blob, closing the book on the Afton saga for good, allowing for a
But then
fresh
where does it
start
go?
in the next project, because it's finally time to give the fans what they really want.
Music
an AR
Man.
game that curses the world
Oh.
into a debilitating
Oh, no.
illness and turns babies into Fazgoo.
No,
You know
we don't
what? On
want
second
that.
Thought, maybe we just don't adapt that story.
No,
for
we
the
don't. We
games.
don't.
But
We don't want that ARG game.
Just a theory. Three
A game theory.
game theories.
Yeah,
Thanks
he
for
started doing
watching.
3 of these all at once. God, I still will not get over that jump scare. That's hurt my neck. It doesn't hurt anymore, but it really hurt my neck. Poppy Playtime. My friend Montana was live streaming that at one time, and it looked absolutely terrifying. Oh, man. I look forward to the next video, though, which is going to be FNAF Golden Freddy Never Existed. Wait, didn't I mention that? Didn't I say that in another video? I was like, did Golden Freddy ever actually exist? I feel like I said that before. I don't know why I said it. Like in a video not too long ago. Probably weeks at this point. Oh, wow. That's actually crazy. It is a longer video, which I will get to that at some point. But I really hope you enjoyed this one. I hope you're subscribed to some future videos. And I hope you can appreciate the fact that I'm still making videos even though I am out of town right now. And I still read all your comments, so leave some down below. I hope I can make your day a little better. I hope you're subscribed to those future videos. And I can't wait to see if he was right or if he's wrong about the Ruin DLC, which just came out. I'm sure he's already dropped a video on it. I probably dropped a video on it. No, he dropped a video on it, I think, the day before it came out, I think. So, I don't know. This video came out 10 months ago. We're getting caught up. It has been quite the journey. I can't wait to see how it ends and how it continues and where we go from here. But I hope to see you there, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. But until next video, take care, and cue the music.
We were playing